beautiful Population One people.
DJ
How are you guys
Noel
doing
B.
this beautiful evening? I
Said,
hope you guys are doing well wherever you're
Me
at.
too.
Thank you for popping in early, you guys, as you are fans of the interviews. I appreciate you guys being here. Miss Weller, I'm ready for farts at any time. Let her rip. And yeah, here we go, guys. Another TipsyTrixie takeover. We're going to be interviewing one of our sandbox builders this evening. Maybe be familiar to you either by name or by map. So thank you for hanging out. The only thing I ask for you guys to do is to share the content. Make sure you guys find somebody who's supposed to be here that's forgotten or somebody new. And we're going to be exploring all these beautiful maps that are made and created by our person of the hour. Here we go. Inside of the snake. ArmsReach. Hello.
What's up? Hey, thank you for having me.
Yeah, absolutely. Lots of people have been waiting for this one. I've been told several times that they are waiting for your particular interview. So here we are.
Weller 107
No pressure.
Have to impress everybody? No, not at all. I don't feel a bit of it.
On behalf of you know who.
Awesome. Thanks for these interviews. These have been great. I've been really enjoying them.
Yeah, I've been enjoying doing them. You guys are a breath of fresh air in terms of just positivity, and you guys, the way that you support the game. And that's actually why I'm doing so many of them, because
Clown VR.
It's a whole new realm of great things for
What's up,
Population
Hans?
One. So
Weller
got a lot of people popping in.
107
We'll tell you who they are. Weller, Miss
Said,
Weller. We've got DJ in here. We've
Hans.
got Ask Clown.
DJ,
We've got
Ask Clown.
Anthony over on Facebook and some lurkers as well. Thank you guys for lurking. My lurkers make my
I know
numbers
which Anthony that is.
very good. Yeah. So we're going to get going. We've got lots of questions to ask you. You've got lots of things to show me. And are you ready?
Lots to talk about. Yes.
Perfect. Okay, so let's see here. We're inside of the snake hole.
His mouth. Yes. The hole. There's a hole at the other end. There's holes all through the snake.
Well, here's the thing. It's the snake hole. I didn't know if I should call it the mouth because, I mean, it does go down to the other end. So really, it's like the snake hole. So, I mean,
yeah,
anatomy-wise,
we're in the whole snake.
We're in the whole snake.
It's the whole thing.
All right.
There's my buddy PJ standing right next to me. I brought
PJ,
him to
for showing up. Are you here
my,
for emotional support? You're doing
emotional support, PJ.
Yeah,
yes,
yeah.
He's got my banana.
Yep. Anytime you need to hold his hand or his banana, it's there for you.
Awesome. Perfect.
Okay, easy questions first, hardest questions last. Are you ready? Here we go. Where are you located?
I am in Fairfax, Virginia, which is about 5 or 10 miles outside of D.C.
Mm-hmm. Great. And what do you do for a living, if you don't mind sharing with us?
Yeah, I do. I work in the construction field. I've right now I'm self-employed since about COVID. I have done commercial construction management, but I have more. I don't know. I tend to have more fun doing the solo thing. It's ups and downs with money, but comparatively, but overall better, I think.
Okay, very good. Well, let's see. How long have you been playing Population One?
Since November 15th, 2020.
Okay, so right.
I got another COVID question. Yeah, it's another question. Yeah, so I went out to our local computer store to get a webcam so I could, do web stuff for work, and I just walked by the shelf and I was like, what? These things are $300, like the headsets, and so I was like, I looked at it and I walked off, got my webcam, walked back by, and I just tipped it into the cart, clunk, and I walked on out.
Yeah, good choice, right?
Yeah, and then. Yeah, and I guess maybe I did like 3 different experiences. I did like Super Hot, and then what else? Some of the free ones, and then some Star Wars stuff. And
with like Echo and Beat Saber and all your.
I didn't touch Echo, I bought Beat Saber, but like that's not for. I don't like that much. My son likes that, but I've got a boy. He's 7 years old. Yeah, he likes that. Okay, but he likes to play in Pop One with me too.
Cool.
So yeah, this is the third game I got, and then I just got hooked, and I've bought like a bunch of other games, and I've started a bunch of other games, but I think I don't. Every time I play, I want to play this.
Yep.
So
same. My
yeah,
library
so like
is full.
I started Saints and Sinners, and I got a little ways into it, but I can't remember where I am in the story. So if I ever go back, I'm going to have to start over.
Have to start over. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just Pop One's my thing. It's like it's the game that's kept me like involved the most since like I've never been this involved in a game or interested for this long or played as much while being interested. Yeah. Really cool. It's a community thing.
ArmsReach is a unique gamer tag. Where did you come up with that?
Well, I've been using it since like the Xbox 360 days. Used to be into collecting firearms, and my friends joked around that there was always something within arm's reach, and then also being expressive, when I'm talking, like dude with the wingspan, so like talking like this. And so I just couldn't figure out a better gamer tag. And when I was what Xbox 360, how many decades ago? Like 2, maybe? No, I don't even know. But yeah, it's been a while, and I've just used that ever since.
Okay, very good. And let's see here. I think that my sounds are not working for my channel points because I had DJ redeem a fart cloud and the fart didn't work. So DJ, I will make sure to give those points back to you. I know, right? They're so much fun when they are working, but they're so finicky to try to figure out where they're going wrong. So it's probably just something simple that I haven't figured out.
DJ Noel B. said, I was trying to blow it out the snake
that's where
hole.
That came from.
Oh, he was trying to blow it out the snake hole. Thank you, DJ.
My
I'll get you too,
cloud
Weller.
didn't work
Everybody's
either.
trying to do lots of fart clouds for you. Interesting.
This probably has something to do with the gun thing, right?
Yeah. What you do?
Yeah. Well, since then they're not all within arm's reach. They're all locked up. I've got kids, so you got to be. You have to act like an adult nowadays. I do anyway.
What level are you currently in Pop One?
I am 63.
Congrats to that.
About a third of the way to 64. Probably would have been there if I didn't live in the builder half the time.
I always applaud the builders that are at the high level 60s because it's like, how do you even find the time? I see what you build.
It was
and
before the builder came out.
Oh, that's true. Yeah. Okay, so you were super sweat, and then the builder came out, and it held you back. Got it.
Not super sweat.
I played with you guys before.
ArmsReach _ Thanks for subscribing.
Thanks for the sub. Okay, so do you have a favorite Pop One streamer for gameplay? Do you watch us game players on Twitch or anywhere else that you got a favorite?
It's you now.
Oh.
Yeah, since you've been doing these interviews, I haven't followed along with a whole bunch of them. I've been aware of them. We talked a little bit before we went on, and I told you I was going to talk about this when we got in, but what that was is that I was going to say that you should consider like doing a little bit more YouTube content, because that's where I found most of my YouTube or most of my video content for Pop One, and I do watch a lot of it. It comes to me in the algorithms. It knows what I like, of course. So, when I click on my Chromecaster mode as I'm laying down to go to bed or like watching or whatever, whenever I'm turning it on,
suggestions.
I get
hey Tipsy.
I get suggestions and I it's clickbait and I click on it and I watch, and so over the years, I've subscribed to a bunch of different Twitch people on, or followed a bunch of people on Twitch.
Yeah.
And I haven't really paid much attention to it, and even went so far as to turn off the notifications because it was too often. But then, after watching your interviews lately with all the builders and everything you've been doing, and then I'm even going back and watching some other interviews that you've been doing with other people, I didn't know that you interviewed Zypher, and so I went back and I was watching that today. And I realized I got so many people on there that I set up the app in
Hey, my
in the
lurking
Chromecast,
buddy,
and now
how are you?
now I can stream like anything from there.
Tman
But you would have caught me faster
919212
if you were also doing it on YouTube.
Said,
Okay, good to know.
nice sub
Well,
at
I want to say
Zakariva.
hello to T-Man and to Mark Hurst and to Zach. Zach is the one that gave you a sub to my channel. So thank you guys for being
awesome.
here.
Thanks, Zach.
We've also got Mark Hurst, my lurking buddy. He hangs out on both sides of my stream. So thank you, Mark, for being here. And the only rule of thumb, if you guys are drawing yourselves in here, is to share it out. Share it out to somebody who's supposed to be here or somebody new. That's all I ask you to do. Okay, so let's see here. How long have you been in Builder? Have you done like the early play testing? How long have you been exploring Sandbox?
There was a group of the OG builders that was in before me, but I came in on the first wave of the beta testers, and so I think that was October last year.
Okay.
So yeah, right around then. I was on the first wave of then, and then I think there were about 5 different waves over like the next month or two. And yeah, I think that there were like 5,000 people that were like, invited in, but very, very few that like actually hung out and, like built, like, so of every 5,000, there's only, so many that are going to do anything with it.
For real? Yeah.
We're a select few.
I joined in the last like month or two of early testing, and during that, I had a great time. Like a lot of the OG builders already kind of had a good grasp of things, so I felt like I was already behind. And I do some shoutcasting for mixed doubles, and somebody had suggested me to the group, and that's how I got invited. So for those of you kind of looking into, early testing for Pop 1, whether it's building or other features that they're working on, you can be suggested, or you can do the sign up with their Population One in Discord whenever they announce that they're going to be doing another round. So feel free to sign up for those. Fun fact, ArmsReach, if you're curious about all of the people that I have interviewed, there is a full list on my Facebook page for TipsyTrixie. I started these interviews as a joke. I said
his maps are amazing.
My other half, Devil's Reaper, is a streamer.
Yeah, and I saw his interview.
Yep. And he started streaming, and I helped him out with his stream, and he got a nice collection of like friends that I started watching their streams and becoming familiar with, and then we had our whole, streamer clique. And one night he left to go to work, and I started up his stream, and I was doing it as a joke. And I had so many people show up. I had no idea what I was doing, didn't know how to work the sound. I had Space Roach was in there trying to help me with sound. I had Hater. I mean, I had so many people that were popping in like, what are you doing? And I'm like, I have no idea. Wow. They stuck around.
I'm trashing my boyfriend or husband.
Totally. Fiance.
Fiance, congratulations.
For like,
yeah.
It was like 10
so I'm just trashing my fiance's stream.
Yep. It was like black screen, no sound. They were all sticking around trying to help me. I finally got it running.
That's awesome.
And I called it TipsyTrixie's Takeover. And so from there, I just kind of like, it grew. And I have interviewed so many people I cannot even tell you. So the full list starts on Devil's Reaper's page. I then started TipsyTrixie's, and then started streaming from there, and then just started in Twitch. So the history of these go back quite a way, actually. It's been
Where do I go to find a list?
I will send it to you in Discord, but there is a list with links on my Facebook page. Yeah,
on the Facebook
page. You kind of have to scroll quite a bit down. I think what I'll do is like maybe refresh that post for everybody and add all the ones that I've done.
Yeah, do that. That would be great.
It goes back.
Yeah, I've got like a little list of all the builders that you're interviewing and like links to it, and I'll be posting that on Reddit in a little bit when we get off here.
Tman 919212.
Yeah, so it would be great to have a spot to like just to look at the catalog.
Have you ever interviewed Saddest Clown?
Yes, I have interviewed Saddest Clown Chat. That actually happened as well. So So Twitch does not keep your historical ones. They have a lifeline to them. So that's why I also dual stream to Facebook, because you can publish those and save them as permanent content. So yeah, that's the rhyme to the reason there. But you're right.
Yeah, do that on YouTube too. That'd be awesome.
Exactly. So I will venture that way, I think.
Cool.
Back to the focus questions, I think. Can you compare Sandbox to any other builder games? You kind of mentioned that not really gaming before this. No?
Yeah, no, I hadn't been gaming for a long time. Like, the only game that I really got into for any length of time, well, I mean, I did like Call of Duty, like back in the 360 days, you know, and then I built a PC and got hooked in Skyrim for a bit, you know, and you know, in the modding community there, I never made any of the mods. I probably spent about equal time modding the game with other people's mods as I did playing it. But yeah, no, I don't really have any
comparisons. Okay, very good.
Yeah, I haven't built anywhere
and then
else.
Let's talk about your inspiration for builds as I fly around. Tell me, what is your inspiration for what you build for us to play in? And is it art? Is it playability? What do you fancy?
Well, the inspiration for this particular map, I had just gotten into Sandbox, you know, and I had done one other map, and I never published it because it really sucked. It felt uninspired, you know. So you know, it's just like, you know, playing around the menu and figuring out that it was a different menu than the one we have now. It was you know, a different version, and this was built under a different version of the menu. But yeah, this was inspired by Tiffin's. Like, after seeing her Mid-Earth dragon map, I was just like, you know what? Yeah, I was like, this, like, you know, it's one of the first Sandbox maps that I played, and that you know, that like caught my, well, it's one of the first ones I played, you know, and it caught my attention. So you know, I was like, what can I do? And I was going to make a big snake, and like you know, I when I originally built this before I had published it, I pretty much had her dragon head like 100% like right where the snake head is. You know, the same thing. And I was like, I can't do a direct ripoff. You know, that's terrible. You know, so I wouldn't have even published that. But yeah, I sat here and with all these little half spheres and stretched them out and pulled them, and you know, and
I'm
moved them around.
These scales, and I'm like, holy cow, that's a lot of pieces.
I did this before I figured out like how to group anything. So every time I want like a little bit of it was like, every time a little bit of it was out of whack, I'd like go through and I'd move each thing like an inch just out at a time, instead of like a, you know, the whole eyeball group or something like that, you know.
Well,
so
it's
like
beautiful.
It was
like
so laborious.
It's a glorious snake. I love it.
Laborious, not glorious. But thank you. Yes, the laborious, glorious. Yeah. So,
well, how well does the map play?
First published. I think it plays great. You know, I paid a lot of attention to like where I put jump pads. That was the big thing in here. Turned up the speed a little bit, and I wanted to make sure there wasn't any spot anywhere on the map where that you could you know, where you get stuck like down like and not be able to get around. So like to be able to keep on moving, like, you know, the way I play Pop 1, I always want to be moving forward. I never ever want to be retreating, because like, you know, the way ping works and all that kind of stuff, it just you know, it's a disadvantage to retreating. So you want to be able to be the first one to find your opponent. So you know, always in forward motion and run towards somebody. As soon as you get around the corner of a rock or wherever, then you want to be the first one to get your shots off, because it only takes a second to kill a person. So
now I'm curious.
Yeah, so it was designed with that in mind.
Did this have a little bit of capture the flag to it?
Yeah, it does. Like you see the flag on this side. I think I put one on the other side too. I'd forgotten that's there. But yeah, that's like a common thing throughout all of us and our little builder group.
Kind of like your hint, your ask. Group. Come on.
Yeah, we've been asking the devs forever. And,
beautiful.
Yeah, we're hoping one day. So yeah, this one like it gives you multiple routes to get through, because I suppose if you started over at where the flag is located, you never know if you're going to go through the snake or down around the bottom of the lava, or you know, up high. You know which way you're going to get.
Okay.
It kind of lends itself to that, so I put the flags in there.
Said.
Okay.
This was right when they gave us
the
force field, not the force field, kill zone, the red stuff.
Yeah, the red stuff.
So this was fun because when I first made the map, we didn't have the ability to make the lava or make the lava hurt. So it was just kind of like very Minecrafty in the way the lava was very squared off. But you don't really notice that when you're playing.
It looks great in here. It's got movement to it. I think it gives the map kind of a life to it. So yeah,
thanks.
It looks pretty cool. How would you describe the learning curve when you are, starting out as a builder to kind of where you are now in your skills? How would you describe that?
I would say that I learned everything. I learned everything I needed to know to build this map relatively quickly. Mm-hmm. You learn a whole lot getting started, like right away. You start and you have no idea what you're doing. Getting familiar with the hotkeys is like something that I knew that right off the bat. It's like just like like saying if you're playing Mortal Kombat or something, you wanted to like do some kind of like kick or whatever, then you just need to be able to flip out the keys real quick, just like hit them real quick, and that needs to be like your new language in here. Yeah. So I knew I needed to figure that out. So hotkeys were a big thing. All right. Were great to have them.
I just learned them, which is really sad. It's embarrassing to me.
The Martin.
Yeah, it comes to you like the undo and redo button. Awesome, got a new follower. The undo and redo, that's a huge thing. It's such a time saver rather than clicking on it. I was watching some of your earlier interviews and watching you hit the undo, and I was just like, oh, yes. No. I was like, yes, I totally remember.
Small twitching.
Wasn't that long ago. Yeah. So, Sandbox hasn't been out that long. We've got a lot of great maps, so it doesn't take that long to get pretty good, you know?
Okay.
So the learning curve is like probably 90% like in the first month, and then the last 10% takes forever. That's where you want community.
What would you say is like the most requested feature in building, in terms of putting these together and what you need and what people want? What would you say?
Easy breezy. That's like it's the same. It's like almost the same in all of your interviews. So you go ahead and say it for me.
You want the ability to copy things.
That's it. That's it. We want to copy things and bring things to another map. We want to be able to save a group either to our headset, or if they want to get super fancy about it, make a online store where we can save things there and make it copyable so that people can like select what they want. We would get such great maps. There's so many things.
They should do that with our Seeker Silver. If you want to buy certain items,
make a store out of it. And they might be holding out for that. You never know. I've thought the same thing for a long time. Yeah.
Breakable glass.
Yeah, but there's so many. Breakable glass is another one. Yep. Tiffin's just mentioned the color wheel. That's one that hasn't been mentioned a lot, but like we would love to have like different colors, glowing colors. Even if they don't glow, just so that the shadows are turned off on them. And I'll show you that in a little bit later. But like there's only a couple things that we have that like appear bright from different angles. So. Yeah. Instead of having to manipulate those, it would be great if we had things that would glow.
Okay. Well, it's time for you to teach me something. I'm ready to learn.
I'll do that.
It's where everybody in chat has to watch me and cringe a little bit.
I'm taking your questions out of order because I'm going to take us to a different map, which is probably like my favorite one that I made.
Oh, perfect. My most popular. Let me ask it. Which one is your favorite?
And then you're
going
to build something.
There we go. The Martin said,
the load button.
Teach me.
Scroll through all these crazy
Ask Clown VR.
Find it.
Said,
you're here for the cringe.
We are here for the cringe.
For the cringe. For the cringe. What's the cringe?
It's me building. That's where you guys like.
Oh, that part. Whatever. No, this is gonna be great. This is gonna be great. So this is we started out down here. I forgot to put the spawns down here.
I did an interview here for Redtail.
Saw it. Yes, and because of that interview, I updated the map a little bit.
Oh, perfect. Okay.
Because you guys were walking through, and you're like, there's not shield shakers, and there are, but like you just didn't come across them in like the spots that would be obvious. So, so yeah, I made it a lot more obvious, a lot more easy to find those because, in today's meta, you definitely don't want to take a hit while you're drinking sodas, you know?
Redtail did teach me how to get down below the
star. Oh, did she? Yesterday, I put this little climb thing. Yeah, I put this climb thing here yesterday, just because of this interview, so that once you hear that thing go off, I don't know if the viewers heard it, but
then you guys can,
when you climb down here below this glowing star, you hear the jump pad that's buried underneath, and then you can let go. Yeah, all the stuff down here you can't tell right now, but it's all red. So yeah,
nice.
So all the red stuff down here in the underworld.
I love this map. And I don't know how you thought of doing something like this, but it's amazing. I've seen a lot. Yeah, I've seen a lot of people stream it. I've seen a lot of people play it and talk about it. So yeah, let's definitely teach me something first, and then let's run around the map.
Well, I'm going to show you something in here, and then I'm going to have you build it in a different map because I want it in a different map, and I can't copy paste. So I'm tired of building the same thing over and over. You know.
Oh, so he's making me do this labor. Do you guys see this?
Yeah, so you're cheap labor.
Let's go. What am I building?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay.
All right. So bounce up here with me.
I'm totally cheating. I'm using the fly.
That's fine. Come on through. All right, and then fly up to the top of the bell tower.
Yep.
I need a bell for my for a different map that I have. So I want you to look at this. Don't click on it yet. Look at it, and I want you to see if you can figure out how I did that. And go ahead and fly through it for the for like a little bit of a hint. Take off your fly.
Oh, okay. Oh, okay. So it has a ring in it. Oh, yeah, this is rings.
The bell rings now. This is rings. That's right. This is lots of rings.
Oh my. Oh no.
Look underneath. So the bell's hollow.
Okay.
I'll help you. But yeah, I mean, just take a look at the shapes. There's 1, 2,
7 raiders from
4 different shapes.
Thanks for the rest
is
Lady_gaming_1.
Awesome.
Lady.
Could give you the raid.
Joined. 2 drippers said.
Lots of rings, lots of resizing. You're gonna have
and then there's also a chain up top. So you're gonna be busy. This stream's gonna be a 3-hour stream.
Oh my! You want me to build a chain too?
Sunday service is about to begin.
Oh my! Yeah, he's like that's smart.
So that's it.
Yeah, I'll help you with that. Okay.
That's gonna be what I need you to build for me, and then that'll be on a different map of mine, and you can tell everybody you did it.
Oh, cringe. Let's go.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Okay. So you were asking about new builders earlier, and the learning curve and everything. This was my second map that I published.
You're kidding me.
It kind of happened by accident.
Well, chat, when you have it, you have it, right?
It's accidental. So like so what I did was I was like, I had no idea what to build. I sat in a blank room. I was like, what do I do? And I was like, you know what? I'll just recreate, because I'm used to deathmatch. Like I was used to deathmatch back then. I played a lot of it. I wanted to maybe do a different version of the cemetery, and build it as accurate to cemetery as I could get it with the colors and shapes that we had and everything. And so I started by building the church. I just started building the outline of the church. I went over to the other map and I took a bunch of pictures and just built it as one-to-one as I could. I would go in there and I'd lay down build tiles, and then I'd count the build tiles and I'd transfer that over to graph paper, and draw it that way. So a lot of work doing that, but
you did a great
not
job
so much of this one.
Remaking the cemetery. You really did a lot of measuring and a lot of building pieces here.
Thanks. Yeah. There's it's similar, but that was so I did that for the main structure, and then that's about when I learned how to group things. Love Trooper came in. He was he was the first person I met in Sandbox on the very first day. He spent he spent hours with me on the very first day, and just talking and talking and talking. I probably absorbed about 15 minutes of that.
Yeah.
But
you're
you
like,
know, but
5% of my
but it was
building
great.
came out of that.
Yeah. So I mean, so he even on the very first
said,
day he told me how to group things. Like, Arms,
this might have
you're
been the
gonna
best
have to
map
learn.
made during
This
the
is one
beta
of the big
test.
things. I didn't even hear him apparently because he told me that, but I didn't know. So like Snake Mountain, I had no idea what I was doing. Yeah, this one I grouped it, and I was like, the one I had it all grouped together, just the church. I was like, what do I, I was like, oh, cool. I was like, so I flipped it up. So then I flipped it upside down, and I was like, wait a second.
Yep.
And then so upside down, yeah. And so I was like, wait a second, I've got something here. And so the idea started as making cemetery, and then maybe making an underground route to the church and opening up the casket that's in the church. That was my initial goal. It changed to how what if I have a church?
Sonia 765.
Do the right side up and the upside down. So
the
that's where it started. And then the rest of it was just figuring out different ways around the map to how do I get between the upper and the lower map? So I built one of these crypts over here, that has the path down. Probably don't need to show everything, but then they had a well that was one of the standard assets, but so you can spawn these in, but it has a bottom in it. So I built my own well, and that was a big deal for me. I thought that was super cool.
That is super
nobody
cool.
uses that to get up down though. What else did I do? I built some cracks over here. It took forever for me to figure out what to do to make it so I could get up and down. I loved this over here. This part was fun over in the cemetery.
Oh yeah. I've played in this area. I've died in this
area. I made a way to go down. Like the one with the upside down cross takes you to hell, right?
Okay.
And so you just drop down in here, and then you're back through, and you can bounce back up.
Okay.
Little flight rings in between each transition area, and then this one, I didn't initially have clouds. When I was building, I just I took the I just had a bunch of rocks above me because there's so many rocks involved with this, so I could just pick rocks and stuff them where they fit, and where I needed them.
Okay.
And then so when I was down on the ground and looking up, I was like, man, that's kind of look like clouds. So I ended up doing that, and then so
fluffy.
pulling them out, making them fluffy, and then so it was funny. Love Trooper was in here a bunch.
Sonia,
and he's got a totally different version of the story.
Said,
but so you're.
I played this map
if he's
before.
on, Love Trooper, if you're on, go ahead and hit me up, and you can come in here and argue your side of it. But this time you're getting my side.
You know he's in Thailand. He's sleeping right now. That's fair.
I know, it's 8 o'clock in the morning. It's 8 a.m. He might be waking up. Who knows?
Okay.
I don't know his sleep patterns. He's on sometimes. He's off sometimes. So I was down on the ground, and I had all these rocks up in the sky, and I was like, oh man, I'll just turn those white and make clouds. And I was like, maybe I'll put a heavens up. I started building. I'd already play tested a bit, and he'd seen it, and some other people had seen it. All the fighting was taking place at there's a cave down by this big tree. This map happened right after they gave us this tree. So all the fighting was happening right at the cave down here. Everybody, I'd have one team spawn underneath and one team spawn up top, and this was just the whole fighting area right here. So I thought, all right, well, all those rocks up top, I was like, maybe I'll put in the heavens. So fly up there with me. Already seen it, but
Yep, sorry chat, my alerts aren't all functioning right now, so I'm gonna, after the stream, I will redeem all of those points. Sonia, thanks for being here. Cool. Darhan, I see you. Too Drippy, thanks for that follow.
Awesome, Too Drippy. So here we are. I decided to make this. I built these gates up top, and they just gave us the force field, so I made the stairway. I know, right? So, Cemetery Gates. It's the name of it. It comes from a Pantera song, an old Pantera song.
I know that
song. Cemetery Gates. Yes, there you go. You do you? Huh?
I do.
Cool. Yeah. So, are you an old metalhead or what?
I am. My favorite band is actually 9 Inch Nails.
Right on. Very cool. Cool. So, so then I built the gates right here, which came together better than I expected. I was just like lucky, you know, like this whole map just like was, it was just like, you know, it was just a process of doing. It wasn't like I had some grand plan when I got started. It just kind of like, you know, when you spend enough time when you're building, it kind of reveals itself if it's a good enough map to stick around, you know.
Sure does.
If you like it, then like
Sonia
keep working with it,
765
said, and, so I ended up with this.
Noise
and so you walk into heaven, and then all of a sudden you're thrusted up in the air, right? And it used to be that heaven. Oh, these are all red weapons, so you can imagine that
gates.
up here.
I'm really surprised.
So
I expected that jump pad not to work for me, you guys.
I know your history with jump.
They don't like me.
No. What do you do? Are you putting your arms out when you go over them?
Sometimes I pretend I'm flying.
Don't do it.
Ask Clown VR.
You're probably also trying not to have like the map flat.
It's amazing how maps evolve from one single idea into something awesome like this.
So like the problem was up here, everybody would come up and collect red weapons, and then they'd fly through the bounce ring, and then they'd come over and stand at the edge right here, and it was horribly out of balance.
Yeah, and Redtail was the one that had to tell me how to get out of there. She's like, "Don't go to the back. Go to the back."
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Yeah.
Awesome. So let's go to the back. Yeah, so this is it now, and because of that interview,
Ask Clown VR.
You see the sign I put here? It's kind of like a person falling through a jump ring.
I think Tipsy is pushing on her thumbsticks while going through them.
So you know which direction you go when you go down there, so it's not a surprise to you, but there might be somebody that hasn't seen it. Turn around so you're going this way and facing that direction, so that you can. I wrote writing down there. So walk backwards and.
Walk backwards.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Fight your demons!
So I wrote that all out of false cubes, and that's
love that. Okay,
that's it. There, now you you go into heaven. Cookie. There's only one way to get out. You can't go back to. You don't get to come back. You've got to go. You got to pass through hell first.
Okay,
you know?
okay.
Fight your demons on the way out.
Well, I'm curious.
Sonia 765.
Okay. Will you show me one of your fails? One of your
nice
maps?
Trick.
I doubt that you have any. I'm looking at. You're like, this is my first map. This is my second map, and I'm like.
I know, right? I've got a lot of things that I won't publish, you know. Okay. So I do have fails.
All right, I want you to take me to one so we can all laugh at you.
Sonia 765. Said.
Let's see here.
I need to remember that next time I play this map.
Didn't get much likes. I don't know. I don't know how much of a fail they are.
Ask Clown VR. Said.
What's the best explanation?
Show us the skeleton map.
Oh, ask Clown saying the skeleton map.
3PL3Z.
That one is a fail. That one's like an epic. Like
maps.
It's a regenerate. It's like I've got a portion of the map that I really like, but I can't. But I've redrawn the map around the portion that I like through 6 iterations, and I still.
That sounds phenomenal. That sounds what I'm looking
for. Let's go there. And but
what's up,
I haven't published it yet.
Like pies.
Awesome. Hey, pies. Cookie. So here's the latest iteration that will probably go live. So
said
load manual save.
PBE Far Cry map was dope.
Let's see.
Not a fail
It doesn't look bad.
PBE Far Cry map was dope. Not a fail though. Okay. Wonder if we'll be going there. Ooh, this is
we will.
Creepy looking. Okay, it's a body here.
Yeah.
Why is
the
genitalia is a big hole? Is this a female? Sorry, everyone.
Hey.
Sorry.
I'm not going to say I didn't think of that at some point, but it wasn't. No, I don't know. You're going to have to count the ribs.
3PL3Z said.
I don't know.
Hi.
So this isn't actually anatomically correct. However, I did look up when I was doing the hand. I did look up skeleton hands, and the bone structure is anatomically correct.
Weller
I like how
107
you've done literally the phalanges are connected like bones.
LMAO.
Oh, wow. Listen to you. Nice. Yeah. So yeah, this is my it's not done yet. There's an underworld too, so you can it's a popular theme, I guess, for my maps, like the kind of like in the same way as Cemetery Gates. So you can,
you know
there's
how
be
I
an
like
underside.
secrets,
More cowbell,
and like
520.
you've done like this
I
whole
know.
underworld
Said,
is like its own secret.
This isn't a fail. It's a work in progress.
Yeah. So you want to talk about
Stephen from
secrets
Ohio.
now? I was actually going to
Said,
have you. There's 2 other spots. Like
the
I
skeleton
could,
is
I don't
insane.
have secrets. There's
How
2
many
ways of
hours?
thinking about it.
Ask
There's
Clown
other
VR.
Said, secret rooms are awesome, and I know you fall in that category.
206
and then
bones.
I don't like. I've watched all your interviews,
Sonia
and I think that I'm the only one in
765.
this category.
Said,
I want things to be fair.
Looks
you
really
know, I don't
cool.
want any chance of anybody to be like, "Well, yeah, dude, but I didn't know where the secret room was, man. You're cheating." Cheat room.
Okay.
Weather
But
107
now
underscore.
after listening to all of
Said,
you guys and all,
Hans has a whole Stranger
I've
Things
preached my
vibe
point to
his
everybody the whole way
maps
through,
with the
and
upside down.
I don't know that I have anybody that agrees with me, so I might be installing a couple secret rooms. And I even cleared away over in Cemetery Gates where you could build one if you want to. Maybe I'll let you choose what it is that you want to build. You can do a bill. You can do a bell.
You know
on a
what
different
this sounds
map
like?
I have.
You have zero confidence in my building skills.
Oh no, I've got a lot. I've just got a lot that I want to do.
that.
No, I wouldn't let you build on my map. I don't build with other people.
I'm really, really good at building cubes.
Yeah, it's everybody's favorite. It's the most used thing in Pop One. Most used asset.
Very good at them.
Yeah, cubes are awesome. Yeah, I
funny.
was looking at that question. You've asked that a bunch. Like, cubes are obviously the one that's the thing that's used the most. But as far as a genre of things, shapes are going to be the, when you get to the more advanced builders, that's going to be the, probably the thing that people use the most.
Okay.
But I tend to use a lot of nature assets. Like if you come up top, this skeleton is just built out of rocks. So all of it's rocks, no shapes involved. So just using Askclown's one of the really good ones. There's a lot of guys that are good at it. I remember back in the beta days, he would.
You counted your ribs too, didn't you?
I didn't. No, I just kind of put them in there until they looked right. I didn't count them.
Okay.
Is it male or female then? Tell me. I don't know.
Well,
I've got
it's
one less rib
male.
than you do.
It's male by
Assuming,
the rib count.
assuming stuff. Yeah. Okay.
Male by the rib
then I don't know
count,
what happened down there.
so,
This
yeah.
is a transgender skeleton.
Oh, well,
Already transition.
That's perfect.
Yeah. So no, I didn't.
Missing
I
its
didn't.
leg, so
I didn't do
we'll
that on
just
purpose.
assume that this was like
The legs, yes.
it was a
Yeah,
really
I have
bad
no idea what happened.
accident. I
was
don't know what happened.
horrible
I'm really
accident.
sorry.
Giant
You
fell
are,
down.
Yep. I'm really sorry.
Pushing up pine trees.
Hemiplegic.
So.
It happens to some of us. You can still live a full.
Oh,
life.
you know what? This map does have a fail in it that I tried to do. Come on up
excellent.
high.
Show me.
I attempted.
He's reaching
Stephen
hard
from
for his fails.
No, this
Said,
is this
is
is
this, Domino's?
like here's
From
some
Dr. Google,
attempts.
men and women have
It
the
kind of
same
looks like it,
number of
right?
ribs as
Okay,
each
so
other.
you see right where I am.
12 pairs
You got
each.
like the open hand, and then you travel through this. This is all made out of false cubes, so you travel through it, and then eventually, this is very rudimentary. Eventually, it flicks you off.
That's fine. Okay.
Yeah, right. So, initially, when you went through the skull's eyes, you would go, you would get propelled upwards, and it doesn't work. So there's no point in really trying it. But this is a prototype right here where I was hoping to kind of as you use a flip deck when you're a kid and you flip through all the images, then you get like a motion picture. I was trying to build Population One's first motion picture,
Yes.
And so this is my prototype for it. It's very, very dumbed down, but it's just, I don't know, maybe somebody in chat is smarter than I am and they can take this and run with it. But over here I've got another way that I guess I erased parts of that, so it's not even real. But I've done so many different attempts on this.
Off to illustrate this.
I'd look out on Google and I looked up the flip book thing, skeleton, and that's the only thing I came up with.
Askclown VR.
Awesome, Ghost. So this is a
I got
fail.
2 hands.
That'll count as a fail, right?
Okay, yeah, that is a fail. That's definitely a fail. I'm going to laugh at you for it. Look at that horrible idea.
Yeah.
It didn't work out.
I bring everybody in here to. I want people to I want people to beat me to it, honestly, because I love the idea.
I have something for you. Come here.
To me?
Yeah.
Oh, you're gonna give me one of the. You're gonna give me the bird, aren't you?
Here.
Like this?
It's a tissue for your horrible mistake. You can wipe your tears. Yeah.
Yeah. So come over here.
Biggest fail is something that I wouldn't even be able to build. So sorry for you.
I can't either. I can't either. It was an idea that didn't work. Yeah. So come back over to the skull.
Okay. Yeah.
And I mean, you say secrets. This isn't really a secret. People would figure it out. It's like you stumble on it, you blast in here, and I'm not sure what to do with this room.
Okay.
So.
Yeah, that's a secret. Nope, don't want to go down there.
Here you go already.
It worked for me, and I stopped myself. Oh my gosh, the jump pads are working. Where am I going? Okay.
I haven't finished that part yet.
Okay.
This is an undone map. This is so you go through there, but so it's just like a way to cycle the fight through the map. Mm-hmm. And the idea for this one is when and if we ever I might publish it before that, but when and if we ever get control zones, then I'll put control zones when you're up here in this graveyard, there will be control zone in here, and you come in here and people try to fight you out of it, and you've got an escape way. You go down to the next one, and the next control zone will be down where you popped out of the bottom, right? Mm-hmm. So then you can try to control that zone, and then you want over somewhere else.
I'm reading all these gravestones of people that I've interviewed, and
I know, isn't it terrible? It's terrible. This part is probably going to be erased because I don't like it. I did put there's so many people I've got their names out, and I didn't get everybody's name. But if you come behind the map,
who's Sam?
Here's
I don't
an
know
alphabet.
Who Sam is? Do I need to interview Sam?
I don't know who Sam is.
I don't. Who's Sam?
I don't know. He's not on very much anymore.
Okay,
he's got a couple maps that aren't bad. Yeah. So here's some more names that aren't on the things in there. I just haven't finished. This is a work in progress. I'm not even working on it. It's it's kind of sitting there.
I have done this interview before.
You've what? You've interviewed him?
I've interviewed him before. Yeah.
I was going to suggest him to you for another builder to interview. He hasn't been building much lately.
I did a content creator interview for him, and so the difference is I did not ask him any builder questions other than with his regular Pop 1 builds, because he actually did it around Liam's birthday, and when I came into the room, he built Liam a happy birthday cake, and I got to shoot the candle out, and
nice.
it got rid of the build.
Wow! I'll check that out. That's cool. That's great.
So, fun fact with J-Rock
is
he was one of my first teammates in this game ever. So
yeah, I've only played with him a few times. I've seen his maps a bunch. He's part of our little builder community. Oh, yeah. I know he's sweaty. He's with a sword. He's a nut.
Yep.
Yeah, but he gets in and I chat with him here and there. But great guy. Seems like a great guy, and he's got some good maps too. So
Steerways is interview for this week as well. So yay.
Yeah, I saw that.
Cool. Okay. Well, let's get
got a couple other people coming up too.
Questions. I do, yeah. I've got
skip the list somewhere.
I have you and somebody else every day this week.
B. Wayne Coleman.
Yep.
He's coming up. I think you're doing Buck Turgeston.
Yes, I am. Yep, that's going to be I believe, next week.
Have you got Go KC or KC Lamb yet?
I have not. Suggest that one.
How about Toast is Truth?
I asked Toast. Toast didn't want to do one.
Too bad. Yeah, she's
she was
great.
Quite up to par with the rest of y'all. So I said, well, if you're convinced later or you continue building and you want to do one, tell me. Let me know.
Awesome. Very cool. Yeah, she's great. She's great. So so there's a bunch of names, but like I said, I think I'm going to be erasing and redoing that room.
Okay.
Well, you went through the tubes. Here's what they look like from the outside.
So how long does it take you to build your maps? What are we looking at
forever.
In terms of hours, days?
Forever.
Hours,
this one was this one I did 5 or 6 different iterations. I even have one that's completed. So this one took forever, and I never got it done. All of my maps I take a lot of time on because I tend to hyper focus on on like the minutia, just the small details, yep. And I can spend a whole day just doing that and just, sitting back and relaxing, listening to music and, that kind of thing.
Okay.
Or
so podcasts. You do listen to music when you are building, yeah?
Yes, and lately I've been listening to your interviews. I listened to Tiffin's and DJ's last night when I was trying to like spiff things up to see you.
Thank you for that. What about drinks? I'm learning all you builders like a nice drink while you're building, or when you guys are getting together for your events. What do you fancy? What's your poison?
I love to have a drink when I'm playing, but when I'm building, I focus more and I think more. Okay. So not so much when I'm building. And if I do have a drink when I'm building, then I'm probably going to leave and go play instead. Because it's because I typically build by myself.
You need some socialism.
Yeah, okay. Exactly. I just want to go out and and kill everybody. In a happy way.
So how many maps do you have total?
Published is 7 and saved versions of different things. I don't know. I'm probably 40 or so.
Okay, you're up there in count. That's pretty nice number.
Yeah, but 5 of them, it's just this skeleton in different arrangements and different maps that didn't work out. My other my list of fails is huge. It takes a lot, and it takes time to to come up with something cool. It takes a lot of work.
Take me to the map.
There's people that are getting
to create the bell at.
Okay, let's see.
So y'all can have a good laugh.
Yeah.
What's up, VIP still? Thank you guys for popping in. I'm doing my interview with ArmsReach, our sandbox builder. You guys have been enjoying this builder interviews all month. I'm going to be continuing to do them through the first week in July so far. I'm still lining up a few people. And I've got a couple of announcements in my Friday interview this week. So yeah, stay tuned for that one. It is not a builder interview. So, okay. I've been in this one. I've played in this one recently, I think.
I'm not loaded in yet. Here we go.
Maybe not. No, I haven't played in this one. This looked very familiar to a map that I recently played in. Okay.
Yeah, it might be Population One's map. You'll notice a theme with
Buck's
me. Like
Tower Challenge.
Oh, yeah. There we go. We've got a little shout out to Buck Turgeston, who you're going to be interviewing soon.
This A shouldn't be.
Yeah.
This is a
so he has a
this is a typo, Arms.
He has a tower that he built. I can't hear you.
Oh, this is a typo. Can you not hear me? Can you hear me now?
I can hear you. Yeah, I can hear you.
Okay, okay. This is a typo.
Oh, did I see? You know what? Oh my gosh, that is so funny because I initially typoed it. So here's the thing: when you're building and you're trying to get all the, what it's called when you space the letters, the chemming.
Yeah.
When you try to get all the, when you try to get all the chemming in order, these all become objects, and you're looking at it very closely just for the spacing of everything. I initially built this. I did this earlier today. I initially that's so funny. Everybody's gonna laugh. Okay, so there's another fail.
I found his fail chat. Yep.
There's plenty of fail there.
So
I initially left out the first
job,
A, and I had the A over here.
I have to have excellent editing and writing skills in my day job. So
what do you do?
I'm in human resources, so I do a lot of investigations and write reports for them.
Gotcha. Wow. That sounds challenging.
It is challenging.
Challenge.
It is challenging.
How do you
Yeah.
Yeah. What happened? Okay, so there's fails. They happen. I don't know. I can't explain that one away. I can't hide that.
I like this clock tower open. I like this a lot. They should take this and replace it.
Oh, thank you. Yeah. So. Yeah, this is my clock tower. I love it. I just did a couple more modifications, so people probably aren't familiar with what I've changed recently. I had these walkways, this midway up, and then I've had the doors down low. But I have added this this build up on the wall in the midway, so that if people are throwing rocket launchers, this was such an easy kill. If anybody was in here, it was all within range of a rocket launcher.
Yeah.
So I built this thing right here so that it would deflect some of it, so give you a 50-50 chance, maybe.
I love your colors on the clock. It's very bright, vibrant. I like this. Big box. My suggestion, take this. Put it in the main mount.
Awesome.
It's really easy.
Yeah.
This is the Fog Dog Tower. I'd like you to go ahead and put this in the main mount. That would be great.
Yeah, shout out to Fog Dog on that. He built the he wrote the Fog Dog thing, and if you look at the W on it, he built like a little tower in the W. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Yeah, it turned out cool. Paying homage to him, like, and all of my friend builders in here, almost all of them, but. The clock isn't quite as intricate as some of his builds, but it kind of is in the same theme. So lots of geometric shapes up top. So
you gave Valpo a dog park.
Yes, I did. I put the dog thing there. I was hanging out with her when she did some videos for Dirty Monkey.
Yeah.
And she said that she was going to come in here and do a video for this map. And so I'm going to talk her down a little bit here. But so I built her a dog park as a surprise. But then she never came in. So
I could change that.
So it's here. It's here. She's got a shout out. And you're going to have a shout out too. And it's going to be in the form of a bell. And I'll put your name there. Well, yeah, he's got the throne, the throne map, right?
His throne. Why isn't it gold?
Good question.
I know. Right?
And then he's got his pins map that he showed you, like all those sticks, and he built these different color sticks back here to for the reference.
Very cool.
And this is the map where I've got like call outs to everybody. Dirty Monkey started that kind of thing. He was like, I think, the first one to put all the other builders' names in his maps, and like that was like really, really, really cool, because, well, I mean, it's a shout out, obviously, but like, he's also, it turns out,
it brings you guys together. It shows the community. I love the fact that
it was a great idea.
Yeah, like it kind of tells you who our big runners are in terms of building all the maps. Okay, we've got.
All the master builders. Yeah. So these are all the people that I wanted to give shout outs to. So we got Dirty Monkeys Karaoke over here, and Space Team. He got I just put him put his up in here because I haven't been in this map for a while, but I put his in here, and it's Space Team Logging, and that's a throwback to a competition that only he and I entered.
Okay.
Where we were building a Just Trees map, and he did a better job at it. I think he wins. He definitely wins that for gameplay. We had a special set of rules to follow, and both of us followed the rules. And the person who made the contest decided that his map won. So
okay, very.
So cool. Now, and it was a Just Trees series of maps. So now it's a logging.
I was just saying thank you for Common Ground joining the stream. He's one of my favorite other content creators. He's on my Facebook side.
Very cool.
All right.
Yep. So we've got a shout out to Taffy Dragon over here, and I've got some people in here that don't get a whole lot of shout outs, but they are part of our builder community. Yep. Chapman, and if you come over here to the center of Town Square, we've got Sergeant Slaughter. Both of those guys are a big part of our community, even though they don't make a whole lot of maps. They're really in here for me. And here for me, they you start building these maps and you spend all this time, and then like somewhere halfway through, you're kind of like, DJ was talking about it on his stream, like you spend a lot of time and you'll burn out. He has a rule which I kind of think was smart. I think he said 30 hours, right? He wants to make sure that they're under 30 hours so that he doesn't get tired of it, so he'll get it done. I spent a lot of time in the map, and then I got tired of it, and I was like, you know what? I'm not gonna. You don't even care about it. Like, why am I making a map that's already there? And Chapman and Slaughter and all the other guys, but like those two guys especially were like really pushing me hard to finish it up. So shout out to them in here for that. That's really Yeah, good guys. So yeah, a lot of other people come over here and take a look at the cowbell thing, the cowbell truck.
Mm-hmm. More cowbell.
Yeah. Got a monster truck here. No truck nuts, but if you look under the back, we've got some udders there.
Nice.
Awesome. Yeah.
They should make those. They make the nuts. They might as well make the udders too. That would be funny.
Yeah.
So, do you want me to try to make this thing, or?
Yeah, go for it.
Oh Lord.
If you want to, I mean, you don't have to. If you prefer to do something different, you can make a cheat room over in Cemetery Gates. It'll be the first cheat room of mine.
Oh God, this is not going to go well.
It'll go great.
I'm sorry, guys. Close your eyes. I promise it'll get better. I'm just gonna, yeah. There's no way. Well, that's my bell. You see?
Does it ring? Go through it.
Doesn't look good. Wait.
If it rings, then you win.
Okay. I can't get to it.
And if you don't want to do this, if this is too much, then that's fine. You don't have to. But I'll still give you a shout out. The bell will be yours up top. Here, take a look.
Oh my God! Look, you already started a bell. It's like you already started. Okay.
Oh well, I was just throwing some shapes together for a basic outline. Okay. But yeah. So I mean, of that, I would only use this pretty much, and yeah, I don't know, something, shrink it down and then expand it until it fits somewhere around, I don't know, somewhere around there, right? And yeah, then it takes a lot of smaller bells to shape it. Yeah, I'm not going to make you sit here and go through all the agony of it.
Measure it, and this is something that would literally take me an hour to do.
Yeah, I'll probably you'll lose the whole stream. Maybe that wasn't a great idea. But yeah, we'll put a bell in here. I'll put your name on it.
I'm gonna have her build something that's gonna complicate it.
Yeah, so I'll just take you back over to Cemetery Gates if you want to put a secret room over there.
Yeah.
Sound good?
I know what you were doing. You wanted me to do on stream my fail. Okay.
Yeah, capture it right now.
Capture it live. Yep. Tipsy's biggest build fail. Okay.
Nah.
I'm just kidding. Only 30 hours. Those are rookie numbers. Really, ass clown? That's funny. Oh, thank you everybody who has joined, who is still here hanging out. We are here with ArmsReach. I'm live on Facebook and Twitch. If you guys haven't already, make sure you share out the content to make sure everybody knows that we are doing these interviews and you guys can all enjoy them. And thank you for being here. So what are we doing here, ArmsReach? Here we go.
We're right here. See this red guy?
Yes.
I'm going to move him out of your way. And right behind there, why don't you go ahead and delete that rock?
Okay. Do I have a fast key for delete?
There's no hotkey for delete, and I wish we had one. But yeah, so you have to select your builder menu down on the right-hand side at the bottom.
Okay.
There you go. Now you have a cheat room in here where you can put anything that you want. But first, you have to hide it. So we need to get a false wall.
Okay.
Do you know where the false walls are located on your builder menu?
I am in.
All right. So on the very top, there's a chest. There's a cube and a series of cubes, and there's chess piece. Yeah.
Yep.
And then the upper left-hand drop-down menu, you can hit that and select interactive.
Okay.
And you'll see false cube.
Okay.
There you go.
I knew it was in there somewhere.
Very cool. Yeah. So then with that false cube, you hit the edit button and select this rock texture.
Okay. Which rock texture is it? That one? Nope, wrong one. No, it's not that one. No, it's not that one.
Yeah, it's all red for me, so I can't tell which ones you're looking at.
Oh. I think it's this one.
You have to fumble through until you find it. Let me spawn in something so I can figure out where it is.
Turn it a different color.
There. Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
Ooh,
You nailed it.
Okay. Now I want to take snap off so that everybody isn't like, oh God, Tipsy. Please stop. And no, I have not.
So here's one thing, like a tip for builders. When you have a false wall that's this big, it's kind of like overly cheaty, because when you stand inside of an object, you can see through it, and so you want to make it nice and thin, like what you're doing right there, so that when nobody can stand inside the false cube, see out and shoot, while they're invisible or they're hidden in the wall. So good job. Yep, there you go. Cool, and bring that out a little bit forward so that it kind of obscures the area, and it doesn't look like a cave that might be a fall. I don't know. However you want to do it, honestly.
Looks like a false wall. I gotta make it a little bit bigger. Wait, I know I can do this way. There we go.
Yeah, good job.
Okay. Woohoo!
Very cool. Whoa, now we've got a secret room.
Sweet.
So, what's your favorite weapon? Or weapons?
Launcher.
Or what do you want in here? Yeah, rocket launchers. There you go.
Rocket launchers. Those are my favorite.
Okay, yeah, put them in.
Always. All right. Weapons. And we want that beauty right there. And we want a couple of nades because those are my favorite too. This pretty much is my loadout right here.
Yeah, not bad, not bad. Any other guns? What's your favorite gun?
Right now it's probably... God, it used to be the kind of RFB.
Okay, the steady shooters.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead. Go ahead, put that in here. Turn it red. You know how to do that?
I do.
Awesome.
Let's see here.
Yep, you hit that edit button up on the upper right-hand corner, and then you can drop down the menu and select 5 stars.
That one needs to be red too. There we go. Okay. I'm going to put you right over here in the corner. And yeah.
Oh, here's a builder tip. Don't put them too close together so that when you run in here, you'll be able to pick it up without accidentally clicking on something else. Oh. And, I mean, you might want to put a backpack in here in case you don't have extra space or two.
No backpacks for you.
This will be the TipsyTrixie's Tips and Tricks section.
Perfect.
Sweet.
Nope. Wait, which one is my copy button? Nope. Yes. Okay. There we go.
Perfect. You are now, you have the very first cheat room in any of my maps, or a secret room.
Now,
we'll call it secret
does
rooms
the
from now on, right?
It automatically gets its own his ammo, right? I think I remember that.
Yeah, it spawns with the box, and as long as you don't have unlimited ammo, then it spawns with the box next to it. And here I've got the ammo modifier a little bit higher than normal, so it gives like a little bit extra ammo than what you would normally get in game. So should be pretty good. I don't like people running out of ammo in the maps. It's like something I don't want to worry about.
Yeah,
but I haven't quite gone to the unlimited ammo on all of my maps. So
okay, all right.
Yeah, I like to buff that a little bit. All right, cool. So I'm going to save it, and then we'll hit publish. Saving and publishing. Awesome. All right, so for all of you viewing, now you know. Here's a secret room, and I might even come back in here and put some more stuff in there. So maybe some extra heals just in case. So there you go.
Perfect. Okay.
Cool. Load
we are getting towards the last questions of the interview. So if there's other maps that you want to venture to, now's the time.
Let's do it. Okay. This is going to be my RMX challenge. The remix.
Aha. Yes, I've seen this one.
Yes,
I love this.
Welcome to my train.
Yes, this is a cool train. How long did it take you to build the train?
This whole map took me about 4 days to modify.
Okay.
But probably about 4 hours each day, maybe a little bit more, 4 to 6 hours each day. Yeah.
Nice.
So this is another one of those times when I wish I could copy an asset, because I want to use this in other maps, So this map is perfectly symmetrical. If you go up and look up high and look back and forth or whatever, then you'll see. All I did was copy the map and one half of the map and paste it, on the other side, rotate it. So perfectly symmetrical. It could lend itself real well to deathmatch or for the flag or something.
Yeah. Now, any intentions of this actually running below ground of the regular map? I noticed that you've got some tunnels going from Frontier to Metropolis.
Yes. I don't know. There's the hope, but I haven't submitted this for the evolving map competition.
Okay.
I'm not sure if this would be great there. Maybe I should and let them decide. But yeah. So like when this first was done, I wasn't able to be there for the testing because I had other family things going on. But I was able to watch Weller's stream, and also Rad Fox is in here. Yes. I didn't even know you yet at that point. I knew who you were, but I didn't know you were a streamer or anything like that.
Gotcha. Okay.
So it was funny, like to me when I was watching it, as everybody loaded in, and like they saw that it was magnums only, at that time. Now it's like all one-shot weapons, single-shot weapons, but everybody's collective groan at the same time was hilarious to me. So
did we fix
sorry
the
to
glitch
everyone.
Spot that Rad Fox was stuck in here?
I don't think that was this map.
Oh, okay, maybe it was a different map. All right. I know that she got frustrated in a map. She got stuck somewhere and she couldn't get out.
I watched that whole stream. That was unfortunate. She didn't do so hot in this map. She is a phenomenal squads player, but I was watching her play style for deathmatch, and she doesn't play deathmatch very much. You can kind of tell. Like she spent a lot of time shaking shields and getting killed while doing it. Where in here you need to in here you need to just get out there and try to get 2 kills for every death is pretty much the rule for deathmatch. So she was playing the long game on it, which she's a phenomenal player. I've gone up against her a bunch, and I've only managed to knock her down once. So she's a great player.
I like your zone placement here in your little zone, I guess, holder, so to speak. I like that.
Where are you? Zone. Oh, the zone grenade. Okay, I know where you were. Okay.
Very cute.
Yes. Yeah. Fun fact: I built this whole thing. If you this little outpost shelter, the one that I placed here, the one that was placed here didn't have windows where I wanted it, and it had they typically have like a hole in the floor and a hole in the ceiling, and I don't know, a doorway. So I just needed to make it work for this map, so I rebuilt it.
You did very well.
And when you from the other side of the map, when you look at these things, the Population One assets, they tend to, from a distance, they go into a lower polygon form. But when you use shapes to build something, they maintain their shape, for as far as you can see them. So so that was handy because I didn't like the way it looked from the other side. Yep. Well, it's symmetrical map, so these are both the same sides.
Yep. Okay. Love it.
Yep. So this is my train map. Okay. Let's see if I can take you someplace else cool. I'll take you someplace that's a work in progress. What else do I have? Somebody else was talking about the evolving map.
Thanks for being here. I think my speech chat is fried. Let me go ahead and refresh that as we're going. Oh, no, it does work. We are going through to another map here. There we go. Hopefully that doesn't make my speech chat go bonkers. Sometimes it does. There we go.
You get all the messages at once.
Yes, I know. So I don't know. Sometimes speech chat kind of gets broken. You can tell when everybody's streaming in the same day and nothing
More
sounds
cowbell,
right.
520.
Yep. I've responded in a couple of your streams, and it's like stacked the messages and then given them all to you a little bit off, and it's like, what the hell is ArmsReach talking about?
Yep.
So this is like my evolving map entry. This was also our PBE challenge, personal prefab build exercise challenge.
Okay. Yep.
So there's no shapes in here except for this box, which is just the shape around the area. This one is called Outpost Island, It's just kind of like a layered map, like I like to build maps in layers
how it
to
has
give
some depth to it. Yep.
Yeah. So, yeah, it's just got outpost buildings, which was certainly a shout back to back in the outpost days.
I love outposts. I really
do. I know. Everybody loves outposts, and it's a shame to see it go, but it's also kind of neat to see like a map
other people's
change.
maps in there. Yeah. I think the idea of the evolving map is great. I love seeing Sandbox utilized in the daily gameplay of everyone else, and it also
I'd like
does
to
some
see
advertisement
the big box
for
map.
Sandbox. Yeah.
I'd like to see the big box map, like what they're calling the evolving one now, like back intact, and I'd like to see the classic map updated in different areas with different sandbox entries to have and to have that be the evolving map. But yeah. So yeah, this is this map. It's very basic. I did this one. This is my fastest build. This is probably also one of my funnest builds. Because the rules were really simple. Just use only things that are on the only things that are on the map.
We want to see your Quake map
in your menu rather. You don't use any shapes.
Okay.
So yeah, so it was really fast to just throw everything together and just use nature parts and then the normal spawn stuff.
All right, we've got some folks that want to see your Quake map.
Oh, the Quake map. Okay, yes. I've made progress on it. It's not ready yet. I haven't published it, but yeah, this is what I was talking about. The build community likes to give you pressure.
Well, and we're getting to the most difficult questions, so we're gonna start with an easier one. We're gonna have you give a shout out to the folks that inspire you. Let's let them load in first. There we go. So why don't you give a shout out to those that haven't inspired you?
I couldn't hear what you said there.
Yep. Give a shout out to those who have inspired you. Those that give you, some ideas, the times, the patience, come and build with you, all of your shout outs in the map we've already seen. Who do you want to recognize that have really helped you in Sandbox?
The Martin.
Well, there's a lot of people, and I wrote them. I wrote almost all their names down in that outpost map where you built that beautiful bell.
Ask Clown VR. Said.
Yeah, but
you are echoing.
Yeah, so I've got a list here.
ArmsReach, are you listening to me?
More cowbell 520.
No, is there an echo?
Oh, you don't? No, there is an echo.
Provolone, the size is 150 times 150 cubes by 50
Chad,
cubes.
Is the echo on her side or on my side, you think? Is she echoing or am I echoing also?
When I'm talking, I can hear it like I'm listening to somebody watch my stream. That's what it sounds
Okay, do you want me to reset the the voice chat real quick and see if that works?
Yeah, go ahead and see if that'll work. I'm just going to check my audio real quick too. The audio just started echoing, right, guys? Just to make sure.
Ask Clown VR.
Now?
I only hear Tipsy
echo.
Okay, so that's
I only hear Tipsy echo.
Okay, talk again.
Okay, so am I echoing?
You're not echoing.
That burger.
Yeah.
I
see what
think
happens if
so.
I stand back here.
Illic 3PL3Z.
The Quest has like a built-in
it
sound
just
cancellation
started
thing. Are you
when
on
you
Quest?
loaded into map.
I am standalone. Yep.
Sonia 765.
Yeah, so a lot of times in this game, for some reason, the Unity engine doesn't want to run the sound cancellation software.
Ask Clown VR.
For various reasons, and those are all like really buggy and hard for the devs to check.
Just started.
But, a lot of times, if you use headphones when you're
Let me see. I just totally muted him by doing the voice chat reset.
that helps.
There you go. If I wear headphones, that could help.
Yeah, because then the sound cancellation software for the Quest won't start up.
Gotcha.
Illic 3PL3Z.
And then you won't rebroadcast what's coming out of the speakers.
Said.
Gotcha.
Just cut off arms. LOL.
Well, good thing the rest of this is going to be ArmsReach talking. I'm really sorry about the echo, guys, but we're going to let ArmsReach give his shout-outs. Ready? Here we go.
Okay, cool. Well, I've mentioned a lot of people, and I had them over in the Defiance map that we were just in, but Yeah, I wrote down a list because I didn't want to miss anybody. So we've got an order that you've interviewed, and then like I've added to the end. We've got Weller, Ass Clown, Taffy Dragon, Cowbell, I Like Pies, Space Team, T-Boo Ted, Love Trooper, Fog Dog, Dirty Monkey, Wasta, Tiffins, DJ Noel. Searways is going to be coming up soon. You've got him on Thursday, the 29th. He's scheduled for your time, 6:45. And we've got Brian Wayne Coleman, who I'm not sure what time he's going on. I sent him a message. You've got Buck Turgeston, and I printed this before I put his name on the list. He's going to be on Monday. I want to say 6:45. Go KC. She's another one to possibly interview. She's a great builder. We've got Eucalyptus and Tisdale and Nightmed. Those are three guys that typically aren't on very much anymore, but for one reason or another. But and then we've also got like people that did I mention Searways? I don't think I did yet. There's he's one of the guys. He builds, and then he also he's been busy with work lately, a bit more than he used to be. But he runs a lot of custom lobbies, which is a great way to get maps noticed. When you go into custom lobbies, asking the host to play your map is the best way to get likes. Oh, and that parlays over into something else. We got Lobster, HMR. She's they're another couple groups
to let you know your time is up.
Gotcha. Yeah, the list goes long. The list goes long. I've got some interesting news for everybody too. Before we go through this map, I was chatting with Bagel Bites earlier today, because of this interview coming up. I had some questions that I wanted to be able to answer, because one of your questions is, how do you get your maps noticed, right? So best ways to get your maps noticed, go on socials, post it there, drum up some interest, maybe. So then maybe if somebody sees your map, then maybe they'll play it. There's groups of us. I mentioned some of the people that run the custom lobbies. There's groups of us that go through and look at the socials and try to find maps to play and find new stuff and amplify it and maybe make it better for the community, right? So there's that. Then you get into custom rooms that you don't know the people, and you ask the lobby nicely. Maybe they would be willing to go see your new map, give it a play test, let you know what you think. Maybe you can earn some likes. You got to remember to say, give me a like at the end of the map. But then I asked Bagel a couple of questions that I didn't know the answer to, and he got back to me. So, like with Cemetery Gates, that map has been sitting there for a long time, and the lights haven't changed. And since then, they've done a lot of updates. They've done some cool stuff. Like they put the voting overlay, so like when you finish playing a map in Sandbox, then like it asks you if you liked it or not, rather than having it kind of buried. So you have to decide, find it. So that amplified the likes. Then we got the free-to-play crowd in, and that's that has been made this time for publishing maps magical for getting likes, awesome. You can get a billion likes, but Cemetery Gate sits there and gets nothing. So I asked him, how do I get more likes? I don't have any more friends to bring over there. What do I do to get it back on a playlist? And he said basically, outside of friends, you can get strangers to you can start your own room or get basically the same thing I said. And I asked him, if there's any algorithm to built in so that if we got a group of people together, if we unliked a map and then reliked it, would I be able to maybe get the hot tag again? And he said, our exact algorithm is something we're always tweaking. In general, vote to end or disliking are bad. Liking or playing a map to the end of the match without voting to end are good. Liking a map will cancel a dislike. So interesting information, because we've all been thinking about maybe disliking a map then reliking it so that maybe we can get it, enough likes, new likes to get on the list, but that's not the way it works.
Okay.
So yeah, and so then the other question was, how many likes does it take to get on a playlist? And the answer for that was 30. And also asked him if voting to play a map again does anything, and he said not currently. So new information that we didn't know about before, so that's pretty cool to share.
Sharing. I've got a couple of chat questions for you.
Yeah,
one of them is, are you working on anything unusual?
Unusual? No.
Okay.
Not really. I mean, I'm working on this. I don't know. This kind of seems maybe like it's just a crumpled up metro, and like remixed. I mean, you got very usual things that you see on the main map in here that I've been building out. You can see the fortress over there, tower over here, and the King Kong Tower behind you.
Another question from chat is your evolving map size template available for copy?
The Martin.
It is, but the dimensions for it are 150 meters wide by 150 meters long, and then 50 meters tall. And the way you can measure that out is you use the single cube, the small size cube. That's 1 meter. So you can easily build out your own template. I used to have one published that had an alphabet on it, but there wasn't, there's no point now. They gave us an alphabet to work with. But it's just a square, 150 meters by 150 meters, and then 50 tall. Easy to build yourself. So there's the answer to that.
Perfect. And thank you, Cowbell, for jumping in on that one as well. Let's see here. Just scrolling through. Does someone have the cube template layout to copy so I don't have to copy that out myself manually? So this is from Provolone. I am interviewing Provolone tomorrow.
Awesome.
But yeah, that's his question.
Provolone, I will go ahead and publish my version. It has like a rudimentary alphabet. So if you just look me up, well, shoot, how do I friend you? I don't think that we're friends yet, Provolone.
I can connect you guys on Discord.
Okay, yeah, we can go that way. I'll just call it the Evolving Map Template, and you can look it up that way. Evolving Map Template will be the name.
Perfect.
And, yeah, check it out.
Okay. And Rasta, thank you for the raid. Kev's chat fam, thank you for being here and sending over Rasta. What's this? I'm interviewing ArmsReach. This is one of our sandbox builders, and
what's up, Rasta?
I've been doing that all month. Month of June.
Is it true you're working on a web series?
I've got an echo that just appeared. I think when we loaded into this map, I'm not sure. Tried to fix it, but we'll just bear with it towards the end since we're at the end of the interview here. Let's see here. Another question. Is it true you're working on a web series? I heard you're working on a show. I know you know who that is.
So much stuff to talk about. This interview is going to be like 5 years long if we keep going.
So cool. Glad you're doing this.
Yeah. VR Martin. He's doing a series called Pop Density where he's got a bunch of people. I know that you just joined recently, where we go and we do acting and like the various skins that we have in Population One, and then he's got voice actors that are going to come in, and they're going to voice out like all the stuff that we're acting out, and we're building like different maps and different situations, and he's got this whole like all these episodes. Did you ever see the Red vs. Blue Halo thing?
No, I didn't.
Machinima.
Well, it's similar to that. So basically using like everything we've got here in Sandbox, and he's recording it and basically making using this to make a little series.
Beautiful.
So really
I'm
cool.
Excited for it.
Yeah, it'll be fun. It'll be fun when that comes out. Yeah,
I got invited to be a part of it. I'm excited if I get asked to be there. That will be cool.
Yeah, very cool.
How about a tough question for you?
Ruh-roh. Yeah, I already know the answer.
Builder.
It's not an easy answer. Who's my favorite builder? Well, I mean, that's the impossible question, and you knew it. That's why you did it. You wanted to watch us all struggle and see how we handle it, and that's fine.
Right.
Thanks a lot.
That's why I ask your blooper. That's why I ask who your favorite is. Yep. I kind of want to cause some drama because you guys are like all like la-di-da in this builder group. I'm like, no.
We don't have a whole lot of drama.
I know you
don't.
Yeah,
there's not very much. It gets every time there's any drama, it just gets quashed right away. We don't have drama. Yeah, so I have to give the same answer that Cowbell gave. I have to shout out to Weller because he's kind of and Dirty Monkey said the same thing. Like Dirty Monkey said the glue, but like he's the one that invited us all over, hosted the Discord channel, and that we're all a part of, and then he does a bunch of other behind the scenes kind of stuff, where talking with the devs and this and that and information sharing, and gave us a good spot to share information that doesn't get, as, loud as the Pop One Discord channels, know. So, so that's that in the competitions he's come up with, and and Cowbell's had to come up with some too, and we've done that. There's so many people to talk about, so much to talk about, but when you ask that, it's not because of the maps he builds, which are great, but and he also came up with the idea on the Quake maps. So this was kind of inspired by, but I went in a completely different direction. But So I have to give the shout out to Weller there because of those extracurricular things, not necessarily just because of his ability to build, which is great, master builder, top notch, but because of all the other things. That is my answer.
Perfect.
I didn't even get a chance to say all the good things about everybody. So many good builders. So much fun, man. Such a great community. Great group of guys and girls.
Last question of the interview, as I'm flying around here, and then I'm going to have you kind of share with me a little bit about this map as we finish. What are the moments that bring you back to Sandbox, to Pop One? What are the things that bring you the most joy in this game?
Well, the devs did an awesome job making the game. There's so much to talk about there, but I'm trying to condense it for you since I've been talking a lot. They made this is a social shooter, they've always had it geared towards being social first, So I mean, if you really pay attention, if you really really pay attention to the game, and get plugged in all the Discord channels or Reddit, or what have you, this is a social shooter at its core, and it's the community that brings it back. And your level of involvement and how much you get out of it, directly is related to how much you put in it. Which isn't to say you can't get a lot out of it just as a game. You could push mute and play and have a great time. But it's the community. That's what keeps you coming back.
I would echo that.
Good people.
Yep, absolutely.
Good
All right,
people.
tell me about the Quake map.
Well, this started off as the only thing that's that's remained the same from the initial Quake map, which is one of Weller's ideas. He found a place where all the Quake maps are online, and you can look them up, and then we've been rebuilding them, one by one. But the only thing on this one that's remained the same is still have this curved stairway. Everything else in here I've kind of changed over into Pop One style, and kind of used it to just dilly-dally and build models in, and got this tower right here, which was probably the most realistic tower until Buck Turkeston, who you're going to be interviewing soon. He's got an idea for a build challenge where he's actually gone through and made a real tower. This is only an 8-sided tower, and the real tower, Hexacon, 10-sided. So this is a cheap knockoff. He's gone through and made a really big one and measured it out really well, and very accurate. You're gonna enjoy seeing that. Everybody will enjoy seeing that. Watches. Yeah, so he's teasing an idea, and I think he's gaining some momentum, and I like the idea of having a build challenge where we all build whatever we think should be inside of or on tower, or, making rules around building, rebuilding tower. So that's his idea. But this map is just a bunch of things that look somewhat familiar to the normal map. Like you're standing on apartments right here, right?
I felt the apartment stairs. That's what I was going up just now. Yep.
Yeah. Yep, the apartment vibe there, and you see Fortress over here in the background. And yeah, just very common things that you see around Pop, just kind of crumpled up and thrown into a different configuration. And I'm still working on it. I've just last night started slums.
Picking up like the tower and stuff like that. You guys, these are separate pieces built.
Yeah, these aren't assets. These are all you got to build them all with blocks. But yeah, this map right now is at 43%. And I've got, if you go underneath, there's like duplicates of everything that I can knock down like about 15% or 10% maybe. Let's see, they're grouped. Do you know how to see how much a group of things costs budget wise?
Show me that, please.
Awesome. Come onto the map. And this is all my throwaway stuff. These are just models. So you know how to group things using the hotkeys, right? So you you select something and then hold down X and select the next thing. Right. Get all these things that are underneath here that are junk just grouped together.
Okay.
Like multi-select all of them. And once you have them all grouped together, you don't have to worry about the little pieces. Sorry about that. I thought that was a group. But yeah, grab the tower over here and the other and the Kong thing, just to get an idea of the of how that mechanic works.
Okay, I have a bunch.
All right, now you've got them all. Now open up your the edit menu.
Okay.
In the upper right-hand corner, select edit, and then at the bottom where you normally see budget used, you'll see what all of those things combined cost.
Okay.
Yeah, okay. So I can knock off another 5% from this. So we're really at about 37% on.
All right, and just so everybody knows, that was my teach me something new.
There you go.
That was it. Don't even think about the bell.
Yeah, there you go. Cool. There you go.
Well, we're gonna conclude our interview.
Sorry for talking your ear off. What's it been, an hour? 2 hours? Great.
Oh, we are rounding up towards 2 hours coming on.
Oh, sorry. I've got a lot more if you want to spend like when you go off. Like,
I know that's the tough thing with these
talk
interviews
for like 3 more hours.
You guys have so much to share, and then I join in your guys' Discord later, and I see, oh, I wish I should have done this. I should have showed this. I wish I had more time. I had
a list of things that I haven't got to yet. I didn't even write it down, but I'm just like, they're all running through my mind.
I need to do a builder party where I just stream it and we go around to all of the missed pieces. All the missed, I wanted to share this, I didn't have time.
DJ Noel B.
Exactly.
Cool.
Said,
oh goodness.
Squids.
Anyhow, it's been a lot of fun. Very cool. I'm so happy you had me, and then everybody else. I've had such a great time watching. You see, I got a better chance to get to know you because I've been watching all of your streams. So I feel like I know you better than you know me. But yeah, it's been great. It's been a fun ride, and look forward to seeing what you have coming next.
Arms with the Lord of the Rings of interviews. Great stuff.
I like pies and GJ. No squids in space. You can just stop that right now. Because they're disturbing.
I was telling them that was my idea.
Yeah, no squids in space. No.
Squids in space.
I want to thank you, ArmsReach. Thank you so much for your time. I know. Okay, deal. We played 9 Inch Nails. I'll be there, cool. But I'll be in builder mode, so I can't fall through, infinity. And anyways.
Awesome.
I appreciate
it. And I'll publish that template real quick so that anybody that wants it can grab it. It'll be the evolving
DJ
map
Noel
template.
B.
And,
perfect.
That'll be live here in a few minutes.
I want the trilogy.
Provolone on Discord, so
we
can reach out to you as well
awesome,
in case there's any follow-ups. You guys, I will be interviewing Provolone tomorrow. Also has some pretty cool maps that I can't wait to see. I've explored some of them myself.
Very cool.
But
I'll check them out.
ArmsReach this evening was about you. Thank you so much to all of the things that you've added to this game in Sandbox, all the time and hours you've spent to building things that we play in and don't recognize, all of the hours that you do work in it. It's been a pleasure. Thank you so much.
Literally my pleasure.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Well, we're going to say goodbye.
Very cool.
Farewell.
Thank you.
Have a great one. Thank you, everybody in chat who bared with me for the last couple minutes where I had that echo. I don't know where that came from. My audio sometimes is funky, but hopefully it's not echoing now. Thank you so much for your time, the follows, the raids. You guys are awesome. My community is growing, and it's really just to speak to how much you guys are a beautiful part of the game. Thank you so much. For now, let's go ahead and check out. I would like to send you to somebody in Play Pop One. Here we Okay. I'm going to send you guys on to somebody who is, let's see here, one of my newer views. Let me just go ahead and click on them real quick to see a little bit of the details. Okay, looks good. We are playing Pop 1, yes. Alright. This person has been a pretty big supporter to me lately, so if you're not following, please drop a follow or say hi in chat. This is somebody who has been very nice and say hello. You guys have a great evening. I will catch you on the flip side. Hopefully you'll all follow me on to tomorrow night's interview. See you guys later.